Hello, everybody. How are you doing? We'll give it a minute. Let everybody get on. Happy Tuesday. Happy full moon eclipse in Taurus. Lots of energy going on. Lots of energy. I really like this filter. Do I always say that? I feel like I do. It is like, I still didn't take my Halloween background because my excuse is that the astronomical Samhain was on the 7th. So I could still keep it up a little bit longer. Okay, I'm doing it. How is everybody doing? I'm like trying to get myself situated in my seat. Happy full moon. Was anyone able to catch the eclipse last night? I did get up and, unfortunately, I live on a mountain, so it was, by the time I got out there, it was like behind the mountain, so I saw the glow of it, and I have actually a really good camera that takes really good moon pictures, so I was like, no, but I guess that is poor planning on my part, but I dragged my butt up at 4 a.m, so at least I got out there and got the energy of it, and all of that good stuff. I'm going to probably do a little thing tonight as well. But, yeah, so this, eclipse moon, we're in Scorpio season. So it's a lot of intense energies. And when eclipses come up, it is really, what they do is they really, pronounce your wants and needs. So sometimes that's why it feels like it's so intense, because all of these things are coming to the surface. And, I posted a tarot spread on my account. It's Stardust Wanderer Tarot, if you want to check it out, for today. And, I talked a little bit in there too about this time of year too. It's like the shadow period and all of that. And I've just been running into a lot of the whole shadow work a lot lately with people. And I think it's really important to realize that this is a continual process. You're always going to be working on yourself, and that, you don't also want to completely put everything in your life aside to do shadow work, right? You don't have to do that. You can work on it as you continue your life. So that's something that I've really been seeing a lot, is that people are just like, I got to do this, and I'm going to just pull myself from everything and pull like an extreme epic hermit move, and not, and there are situations that definitely call for that, but it's a continual process. You always have to work on these things, and they're not bad. Because think about it. How many times in your life has your shadow side shown up when you really needed it? And that's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. It's all balance. We all have to have a little bit of each in, showing in us and coming out here and there. And there's a reason sometimes these things pop up. Maybe your intuition is, kind of like, hey, something's not right here and you're not paying attention to it. So I'm going to bring out the spicy in you. And, I have a lot of fire in my chart myself, so spicy is kind of where I live. And a lot of people can't handle that. And that's something I have learned, actually, this moon period. So, that's something I've been reflecting on. And, it's hard because you don't want to kind of, yes, you know what, John? I say that all the time. I always say I live in the gray, like all the time. And, because that also leads into the whole, toxic positivity, that the love and light culture of, everything has to be great and wonderful all the time. And though, and that frame of mind also brings you into that your shadow is bad, right? And there is no good and bad. It just is. Again, that living in the gray. Exactly. And, I love that you even said that, John, because I say it all the time. And I feel like I thought I was the only one that said it. So I'm so glad it's not just me. So yeah, so Jen's soapbox rant for this eclipse moon, because it's kicking her ass. So anywho, what else is going on? I am kind of in the middle of writing. So a lot of my focus has been there, but I am going to start up some interviews soon. We're going to be doing that. Our winter issue is up for pre-order. So if you have not gotten that yet, I highly recommend that. And just keep an eye out too. We're going to be doing some fun stuff, discount stuff for Black Friday or Cyber Weekend, Black Friday. What is it like? What does that even look like anymore? Like, I feel like that's changed so much over the past like 5 or 6 years. So, the weekend where everyone shops, whatever we're calling it these days, keep an eye out, So today I'm going to be doing tarot and oracle because I really want to show you this. Yes, no, it is so true, John. You do. And you also you limit just your interaction with other people because you might see that they are somebody who is fine with living with that spicy shadow self, and it scares the crap out of them. So then that means they feel like they have to retreat or they have to do whatever, I had somebody who is very love light culture. And there are people who are totally great with that. But if you go on the interwebs here, it's a thing at this point. It said I had very dark energy. Does anyone believe that? Should I believe that? I'm not going to. Spicy, fiery, yes. Dark energy, I don't think so. My husband's like, maybe because you wear black a lot. I'm like, well, if that's triggering them. But, as a witch, it's one of those things that, black is comfortable for me, but black also absorbs energy and it all repels energy. So sometimes there's a reason why we stick to a color, right? Like, have you ever gone through a phase where maybe you're wearing blue all the time or you were wearing, green? So one, that can kind of relate to your chakras too. And maybe that's a chakra that needs a little bit of work, but pay attention to that too. Like if you notice that, like if there's a certain color that you're drawn to, and because there are magical properties of colors as well. So there is that part of things. It is, and honestly, I just kind of like it. I just like it. No, yeah, it is a cop out. It is a cop out because what does that mean? And what it means to me, what it means to you, what it means to, Joe Schmo can be very different things. And it doesn't, and again, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. So, yeah. So it's just, this Scorpio season has just been bringing up a lot of stuff. And, some of it makes me a little unhappy. But, it's one of those things that maybe it's happening for a reason, right? We all like to think that there's a reason things happen. But even if it's not for us, it's maybe for the other person. And, I do think that it's just really important for us as a community to really help people understand that, working on your shadow or whatever it is. I wish I could come up with another name for it because I don't even like using that name. Working on that's continual, and it's okay if you work on it. It's okay if you don't work on it. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You know what I mean? So, it's just a very interesting thing that came up. And, I felt the need to share. That's all, my friends. Right. Yes, because that is another thing. It is a reflection, right? And it is, yeah, it is a learning process. It is. And you know what, like stuff that we worked on 5 years ago is most likely completely different what we're working on now. And, we can talk about doing that and doing inner work and doing all these things all we want, but there's still going to be work done no matter what, and there's nothing wrong with it, and just kind of going with it. And I feel like too, just the whole fact of stopping everything in your life to work on shadow stuff. Like, why do you have to do that? Because you're also, putting out people that may need your help, that may help you, but then like, I don't know, it's like, it's such a weird psychological thing. And I'm actually a low-key psychological nerd. Like, those were my favorite courses when I was in college. So it's always very interesting to me, and it's always very eye-opening when you see this stuff popping up everywhere and you're just like, why, where, what? You know what I mean? So many questions. I have so many questions. So anyway, yeah, it is. And you know what? I'm a Libra sun. So then, you know, I think that's I think that's why it's so interesting to me, because it's always interesting to me to see how people balance and see how they don't balance and see how that works for them. So there's that. So let me all right, hold on. I'm trying to like get this deck out of here. This little like middle situation. Like, look at that. This thing is annoying. Like, I don't care for this. It's just, you need to tape it down or something. Anyway, so I am going to be using today the Osset Gypsy Tarot. And this is by James Jacob Perry. And I actually got to meet him. Yes, it's so true. Yeah, see, it's the same thing. It's just those two sides, right? My husband's a Gemini. My son's a Gemini. I have a lot of Geminis around me. And I got to meet him at Newt's, and he was really, really nice. This is published by Red Feather. They were nice enough to gift this to me. So this is what deck I'll be using. And I had just gotten the Magical Botanical Oracle, which I am absolutely, I love. I'm very much a plant witch, and this deck is gorgeous. And so here we go. And this one is for pre-order now to Llewellyn. It's a really cool deck. Actually, I need this book, but look how thick this is. There's a lot of great information in there. So let me get everything out of boxes. So yeah, there's that. And I did do a tarot. Like I said, I create a tarot spread for every new moon and full moon. And then usually I did one for Samhain, I'll do it for Beltane, just different, every little things. And, I'll share it in the story here too for you guys to try out. So let's do a little shuffle. Then we're going to start at the top with Aries. All right. So we have the Three of Swords. All right, Aries. Hold on one second. I just have to cough. Excuse me. All right. So Three of Swords. So Aries. Okay. Things are coming up for you. And I feel like in a way there's really three things that are going to be kind of presenting themselves to you this week, and it's really up to you to decide which ones need to stick around and which ones don't. I do feel like maybe these situations are all not fantastic, but at this point, you don't want to kind of do a clean slate. I just feel like you need to focus on the ones that are really calling to you, work on those and get them out of the way. Again, it's a process. You don't have to do all these things at once, like just, get rid of everything and everyone, right? It takes, baby steps. It's all about baby steps. But for you, Aries, I do think it's time for you to start kind of moving through a couple situations that aren't really the greatest, but I would do more than two things, and know that third one, that's for the next full moon. We'll worry about that next time. So let's see what plant spirit we get. So these are all like different plant spirits. So, ooh, we got wormwood. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. So let's see what it says, because I'm curious. So for wormwood, wormwood will appear when we need to purge and protect ourselves from toxic forces. All right then. Aries, I kind of just said that. So yeah, and it says the affirmation. So they have an affirmation. I did do a full walkthrough over on my Stardust account, so you can look at it there if you want. It says, I purify myself from all toxic influence. All right, Aries, I guess that's the name of the game for you. If you want me to pull a card for you too, definitely I could do that. Just put your question in the little question bubble. The question bubble thingy. I wish there was like a better name for that. All right, Taurus. And for you Moon Taurus people, let's see what we're getting now. It looks like, so these are kind of kind of pip type, I can't think of the name, like Thoth cards, Thoth. They don't have the names. So this looks like the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, he's holding a pentacle. Page of Pentacles. So for you, Taurus, I feel that it's that grounding energy. Oh, a Gemini rising. All right. I think that it's more about not, it's staying grounded, which Taurus, you're grounded, but I think it's about also watching what you're spending and not spending on silly things. Like really think about what you want and what you need and then go from there. I think that's a really important thing for you. And not to just kind of hop on Amazon and start buying everything. So Taurus, I think it's really about you just being mindful of your spending this week. Let's see what the plants say. Fly agaric, yes. Fly agaric. Amanita. Actually, my son just found a whole bunch of those. He hunts mushrooms. He grows mushrooms. He's obsessed with them. It's really quite funny. So this one is saying, it says, indicates an opportunity to enter the wondrous world of spirit and make contact with a deeper level of awareness, catalyzing your creativity and healing. So you must be willing to take the risk of being perceived foolish or crazy. So I really think to tie that into, I think it's sometimes people may think that you are not spending wisely, Taurus, or that your purchases are frivolous. But if it's something that's a real need for you, then you need to do that. And you need to pay attention. And I think really being mindful is so important for you right now. All right, let's see here. Yes, Eyelash Fight, let's get you a card. My throat is still not like 100% from last week of having strep throat. That was like the worst strep throat I ever had. It was really bad. All right, so for you, we got, is that the 7 of Swords? No, 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. So I feel like we're getting a lot of, yes, have a great day, John. Thank you for stopping by. So for you, we have this 9 of Swords. So I really do feel that you're feeling this energy. You're feeling this eclipse energy right now. And I think that for you, it is kind of like taking a step back. Don't react to the situations that are coming up to you. Don't be afraid to walk away from a situation and just so you don't get the brunt of it, because I feel like maybe these things aren't even, maybe some of them don't even have to do with you, but somehow you're tied into it, and really just making sure you take that step back so you don't get the brunt of it. Because if you super involve yourself in some things, Eyelash Fight, you're going to get it. It's going to fall down on you. So I think really being careful about that and watching your words, watching your actions, and just what's going on around you, because not just you are feeling the energy, everybody is. And I feel like everybody's a little more sensitive right now. So that's what I have for you. Oh my God, my throat. Stop it, throat. Okay, so now we're on to Geminis. On to Geminis. All right, Gemini. So we have the 8 of Pentacles. I think for you, Gemini, you're welcome. It is all about for you just the collective, just collectively what you want, how you want it to look. What do you need to get rid of right now, Gemini, to make the life that you want, to make what is your ideal situation, and what right now is keeping you from getting there. So I think it's really about just turning your focus on to what you really want, how you want your life to look, how you want things to go, and just really letting go and working on letting go of some of these things with this full moon and just releasing it. And because it's really skewing your view on stuff and keeping you from your goal. So let's see what plant we have. We have a vine. Look how cute that is. Vine. Oh, I like this little guy. This little vine guy. All right, let's see. Let's see what the meaning for this one is. Vine. Vine comes alive as this pan-like satyr of good cheer straddling the river in the vineyard. Holds high the holy cup of vine under the brilliant light of the sun. And it says, the vine shows up when things are going to go well. Yes, it definitely has. So the vine is just saying, like, good things are on their way. And I feel like, Gemini, it's up to you to really work on clearing it and making it happen. And seeing what you have, being thankful for all the little things in your life, because that's going to also help. Again, let the universe know that, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for these new things. There's things that don't serve me. I'm getting rid of them. Let's do that. Right. And it is, it is definitely that whole, it's a vibe, right? It's a vibe right now with everything going on. So Cancers, let's see what we got for you. We have the Chariot. So Cancer, maybe you've been a little bit stagnant lately. Maybe you've just been in this resting phase, or you've just been not really moving forward with some things. This is your call to get off your butt and get going. What projects do you have? What relationships do you have? Even that's with yourself. It's time for you to start to get up and get moving, start moving some energy, start changing some things. And, a lot of times too, that even just starts with our house. Sometimes just kind of moving some energy in our house, rearranging a couple things, that's like inspiring and gets us moving. So Cancers, that's what's up for you. Let's see what plant here it has to say. So we're getting lavender. Oh, I love that. Hey, Brandy, lavender. Isn't that cool? That's a cool one. So let's see what lavender has to say. Oh, I love when I turn right to it. It makes me so happy. Isn't that silly? But I love it. It says, just as in magic, lavender is a spiritual force, brings calmness, solidity, and perspective in any situation. And it's talking about, perspective through profound peace. So I really think that's interesting, because I feel that, with that Chariot energy, it's like it's time for you to get moving, because your perspective needs that little change. It needs that push forward. So Cancer, that's what I'm getting for you. Actually, that was a really cool card. So that brings us to Leos. All my Leos that I know. All right. So we have here the Prince of Cups, or the Page of Cups. This is actually kind of cool card. I like that card. Look, Page of Cups. So I feel like for you, Leo, it's time for you to nurture some new relationships. Maybe you have kind of stepped back a little bit, kind of got stuck in your own head. And, oh, thank you, Josephine. You've kind of stepped back. Maybe you've kind of getting lost in your own headspace, Leo. And it's time for you to kind of go out of your way to let people know how you feel about them. Because you need that for you. And it also obviously will help other people to know these things. But I do feel like that's really what it is. It's like you have to kind of get to that. I think you need also to kind of be more playful. I feel like the serious has kind of seeped in there, Leo, and it's time to brush out that mane and just start going. That's what I'm going with, Leo. That's what you need to do. Go do something nice for yourself. Go do something fun with people that you care about. So that brings us, oh, I got lavender again. So that's interesting. And look, and I turned right to it again. It is it's gorgeous. And really, I am just like touching on some of the meanings, but there's so much information in here. So again, it's just about that calmness. And it says, this spirit medicine is a great aid in dealing with nervous tension, exhaustion, anxiety, and helps us meditate and regain strength through sleep. So also that may be some resting. Maybe that is also something that you need to do, and just finding your balance. The affirmation for it is, I am calm, I am centered, I am peaceful. And there's this little like flower spirit on all of the pages. And I seriously, I'm going to show you. I like want a tattoo of it. I absolutely love it. So Leo, that's what I got for you. If you so choose to accept that challenge. So right now it brings us to our Virgos. All right, Virgos. We have the Queen of Swords. Oh, I like her hair. It's like, kind of got like a bluish tinge to it. And I think that's really interesting. Look at that. That's a cool card. So Queen of Swords. So Virgos, it's time for you to start speaking up. You know, Virgos tend to try to, they make everybody happy and they do those things, but it's also time for you to realize that your words have power as well and to use them wisely, and to know that there's sometimes things that you say that you can't take back. And if you are going to say them, you need to own them. Virgo, sometimes it's time, sometimes we want to organize everything in our heads and we want everything to be a certain way. And when it's not, our words might, we might come out with these words that we don't necessarily mean, but because we're frustrated because things aren't going the way we want, they're a little harsh. So I think it's really all about just keeping that in mind and, really making sure what you say is what you want to say and thinking it out a little bit. All right, let's see. I felt like that was so serious. I don't know why. Oh, and on that note, the card we get was cannabis. I'm like, this is so serious. Oh, let's throw a little cannabis into the situation. Actually, where is the number for cannabis? I don't see the number. Okay. All the other ones have numbers, and for some reason, oh no, there it is. Oh, it's hiding in the corner. See, look, they're just playing games all about me right now with me. Let's see. Let's see what cannabis has to say. It says, the nature of cannabis is lighthearted and open, dissolving rigid boundaries and bringing out our childlike, loving nature. It expands our awareness, our field of consciousness. And the affirmations, I am open, I am connected, I am joyful. So I really think that's kind of interesting too, because we're talking about words and wordplay and how we're using our words, but you can't forget what makes you happy. And you can't just worry about making everything like so rigid that you lose your joy and you lose what makes you happy just because you think something is the way it needs to be or it's right or whatever. So think about that. I feel like there's a lot with that one, Virgo. Sorry about that. But listen, I just read the cards. I don't know. They tell me what to say. So, all right. So that brings us to Libras. Oh my goodness, we're getting this page of cups again. So for you, I think for you Libras, I feel like it's more about like being in love with love, feeling love, maybe just kind of the newness of love too, I feel like is really important. So I really do think that for you Libras is just standing in that energy and remembering that and remembering how you feel when it's happening and knowing that your love is pure and that it's okay if it's not always I guess, reciprocated in a way that you think it should be. But just remember that like you know, in Libras too. So Brandy, let me just say, you missed the rant at the beginning of this, okay? I'm trying to make up for it. It's been a few couple days of some sort of something. So, no homicide, okay? Or if you're going to commit homicide, do it with love, okay? How about that? How about that, Brandy? Let's go with that. I'm so kidding. Nobody kill anybody, please. Don't do that. But I think I think Libra, you need to find some love, okay? you need a freaking hug. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Josephine, it is the Magical Botanical Oracle, and it is for pre-order right now. I am a reviewer of I review decks and stuff, so they usually will send them to me a little early, but you can pre-order this on Llewellyn, Amazon, all those things. So this is the name of it. And I usually do tag the decks that I use when I post this after too. So if you forget, then you can always go there and do it. Jen did not. Exactly. It's all for entertainment purposes. That's it. You're welcome. Yep. All of it. Oh, God. We're so funny, aren't we? We're funny. All right. Oh my gosh. Lavender wants to play right now with everybody. So I know that it's about a calming energy. So let's be calm. What calms you? What makes you happy? What grounds you? That's what we're going for, Libras. All right, Scorpio. All right, let's see. All right, Scorpios. We have, I think these are wands. Yes. Going with wands for this. We do. Like, maybe a blazing fire where we just throw everything in it and some lavender. I'm about it. So, we have the Seven of Wands. And with the Seven of Wands, we are, I feel like for you, Scorpio, it's like you've been taking all of these actions maybe, or maybe this season is your season and you're really feeling yourself. And I do feel that, you need to take care of yourself. I think it's really important. I think self-care is really important right now for you. And you need to make sure that with all of the actions you may be taking, that you are also taking action to take care of yourself and making sure that it's really resonating with you. Because for some reason, I feel like there is a little resistance somewhere and you need to kind of think about that. And if that's coming up for you right now, perfect time to work on it. Again, we're just going to have big lavender fire for everybody. And it's going to calm us. All right. So we have Rue. Aren't these just gorgeous? The detail in them is like really awesome. And I do love that. All right. Let's see. So it's perfect, Brandy. Oh, Brandy, I feel like that we really could cause some trouble. I really do. All right, so for you Scorpios, let's see. When the Sorcerer's Violet shows itself in a reading. Oh, I really like that. Sorcerer's Violet. The Rue is Sorcerer's Violet. It indicates the power of reaching, striving, and opening up more while remaining grounded, centered, and true to the past. It's true to our past. So it kind of goes along with what I was saying. I'll accept that. And I am forever calling this the Sorcerer's Violet, Rue. Thank you for that. Maxine Miller, who wrote that? Oh, Chris Penzak wrote that. So I'm thanking him because I really like that for some reason. All right, now we go to Sagittarius. We definitely would. Sagittarius. We have the Devil. Look at that Devil. Oh, this is a good one. This is saucy. I like it. So, Sagittarius, I feel like for you this week, as we were talking about, I keep pulling my own hair, talking about shadow, right? We're talking about our shadow selves and my whole rant in the beginning. What's popping up for you this week? What is going on for you? Like what habits, what things that may not be serving you are popping up? You need to give them some attention. You can't just fly by them and move on to the next thing because this is popping up for a reason. And this is actually probably holding you back from something. So Sagittarius, I want you to think about what that is. What that first thing is when you sit down and say, what is it that I need to change? And that thing that pops in your head is, that's it. That's it. It's time to look into that and work on it. As I said before, as you continue your life. I'm getting like so like, bleh, I can't even talk. Okay. Sagittarius, what do we got here for you? Oh, we have the Angel's Trumpet. The Angel's Trumpet. Look at that. Interesting. All right, let's see what the Angel's Trumpet has for us. Or for our Sag friends here. When you see an Angel's Trumpet come into a reading, it's time to ask yourself what message you are not hearing and urging you to transform. So listen to this. Look at the devils holding the ears. So there's little devils in this card, and we pulled the devil card. Just love it when that happens. So it's really, and it says, let go and trust the process as you really have no choice. These things are coming up and you need to pay attention to them. So Sag, I don't know. There's really no other, I can't say it in any plainer language than that. So Capricorn, hi Jamie. You can't make this stuff up, right? It's happening. It's happening. It's all happening. And considering lavender popped up so many times, we all need to just chill. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. All right, let's see what we got here. So we have the King of Wands. Ooh. So Capricorn, the King of Wands, King of Action. Our CEO of the Zodiac. This is such a card for you. So, how are you, darling? So I think, for you, Capricorn, I feel like this is almost a reminder. Maybe things haven't been going as planned for you, Capricorn, and you're just feeling it. You're just whoa, what's happening here? I feel like this card is solely just a reminder of you know what? You are the king of action. So step into that. Feel that energy. Remind yourself. It's like dusting yourself off and remembering who the heck you are, right? I think that's really what's important for you right now. Bye, Brandy. So I think, I love that. I love that for you, Capricorn. I love that journey for you. All right. Let's see what kind of plant spirit we're getting. Ooh, we got that Ivy again. Hey, Jess, how are you? So we got Ivy. We got that Ivy guy again, and I know he was playfulness. It'd be nice if I had a photographic memory. So it is reach up and out while remaining rooted when Ivy appears in a reading. How can you grow in the situation without losing your roots? So I think that kind of, that does go along with it. How can you kind of get up, brush yourself off, and get moving, Capricorn? Yes, Jess, you made it. You made it. So that's what, Sag, I think that's or Capricorn, I'm sorry. I think that's really an important message for you, you can do a lot of stuff. You have the way, the means, the mindset. And sometimes when things don't go our way, we kind of get a little pushed down, and it's time for you to kind of get out of that energy. All right, so Aquarius, we are getting the Queen of Pentacles. Aquarius, I feel like for you, this is a time of rest. I think Aquarius, it's, you need to find what makes you comfortable. You need to nurture yourself. You need to nurture others. Maybe this moon isn't yours to work with, and that's okay. Cause you know what? It'll come back around again. But Aquarius, I think for you right now, it is more of that nurturing home energy, making yourself comfortable, what makes you feel good. surround yourself by the people who make you feel good, because that's what is going to nourish you this week, and that's what you need. Let's see. I am shuffling. Let's see if I get lavender again. No. Ooh, I got mandrake. Ooh, that's an interesting one, Aquarius. Mandrake has really been popping up a lot for me lately. So on the new moons, I like to work with a different plant spirit. And really the last I'll say week or so since the last new moon, mandrake has been popping up for me. I've been seeing it everywhere. So I think mandrake is going to be the next plant spirit I work with. And I have to get some. So let's see what, this one has a really long magic or divination meaning or magical meaning. So in each of these, it has a magical meaning, a plant spirit medicine, meaning, and then a divination meaning and a reverse divination meaning. And there's so many, but I'm just going with the divination meaning for right now. So the mandrake guides us to walk in the path of magic, the path of the witch, and seek the mystery hidden and in dark places, embracing who we really are. So actually, I love that, Aquarius, for you, because that is again, that seeking that comfort, maybe that you need to kind of dig down a little bit and find what nurtures you, because that's going to bring out magic for you. Oh, I like that one. All right. And we've come to Pisces. All right, Pisces. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking, okay, this looks like Ace of Pentacles. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. I look at this, I'm like, what does this mean? Ace of Pentacles for you, Pisces. So Pisces, you know, this, I feel like a lot of stuff has moved for you, and this is a new beginning, and it's home, this work, relationships, it's all of the earthly things. So for you, I think it's about embracing that there is change coming for you, and how can you best support that for yourself and for others? How can you make that really work for you? And I feel that, you know, with that Pentacle energy, it's really important for you to stay grounded. So really work and stay grounded in what you're doing is really important for you, Pisces. I know, it is a pretty card. All right, so then that brings us to Conium maculatum. All right, interesting. It says, you will be my death. It's like a sugar skull. Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's see what we got here. Hemlock. That's what it is. I don't know where it says hemlock on there though. Oh, okay. All right. So let's see. When hemlock appears, pay attention to your dreams. You will have an opportunity to get unstuck and move through anything that is stopping you. So Pisces, again, it's your dreams are going to have some, which I think in general, Pisces, you guys have some really, divinatory dreams. You get a lot of messages in your dreams. And I feel like with this new energy happening and these new things starting for you, that there is going to be a lot of messages in your dreams, and to pay attention to that. Oh, I like that one. All right. So that kind of brings us to the end of the zodiac. Woo! We have our full moon going on right now. And Jess? Oh, I know. You're a big dreamer too, right? So I think everybody take a minute, breathe, and, know that things are popping up because they are meant to, and just kind of go with the flow. I will see you all next week, next Monday for our regular time and place and all that good stuff. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.